Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Good morning and thank you so much for keeping it on UBC TV. Welcome to the Extra. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyitono, and with me I have Councillor John Kabagambe, with whom we are going to be discussing quite a number of issues. Recently we had the budget reading, and now we know what was allocated to what. But above all, local government takes a lion's share there in terms of allocation. How effective is this budget in service delivery when we go down there? We will also look at the new cabinet. Yes, so much was said, but also we know that there are some ministers that never saw in office. What is their fate, looking at the legal perspective? Those and more are what we are going to be discussing in today's program. Join me, welcome my guest, Councillor Kabagambe. You're most welcome.
Thank you very much.
It's been some time.
Good morning, viewers.
Since we were last year, there were so many things. We were talking by then of what we expect the cabinet to look like. Who do we think? Now here we are, the budget is done, the cabinet is there, and I want us to start with the cabinet.
Yes. The cabinet definitely has some new faces. For instance, we saw a Honorable Council Siraj Ali taking the docket of State Minister for Works. First of all, I congratulate him, and we are also happy to see some people retiring, like Muzei, long-serving General Ali, finally retiring on probably health grounds. We saw people like Honorable Namere coming in.
Also Honorable Matia Kasaija resigned.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he was relieved of his duty.
He relieved of his duties. We saw some departures. We saw some young blood coming in, new faces. And for as long as that is translates into better, more efficient service delivery as a public, as citizens, that is something that we look forward to, that we are interested in. Maybe some of the issues are, for instance, yes, Honorable Balam Barugahara was elevated to full cabinet minister in charge of local government. The question is, does he have the experience to handle? Because previously his background, he was in music, entertainment. He is a businessman. And then he took on the docket of youth and children. Now, local government. How equipped is he to deliver, to handle a ministry like that, deputized by Honorable Namere? There's some issues there. Why? Because a Ministry of Local Government takes the lion's share, like you pointed out in your opening statements. It takes 5 trillion. Yeah, so of course our people, Ugandans, need service delivery, education, healthcare, and all those kinds of things. But 5 trillion is a huge chunk of money. So the question is, would it be possible, for instance, for the new ministers to come up with innovative ways to ensure that maybe with time a ministry like that can generate some revenue, some earnings, in order to shock absorb, in order to bring back some money into government. Because, yes, we need services. But when 5 trillion goes towards just salaries, it's a point of concern. That's one of the things. Then the other...
But before you leave that, there are many that look at ministers as more of political heads and refer to the technocrats, the permanent secretaries, the accounting officers, that these are the actual people. These ones are just performing oversight roles, so anyone can be anywhere and still deliver. Absolutely.
You are partly right. But government policy is always discussed, debated in cabinet meetings, long before it's implemented by the technocrats. The technocrats can originate some of these policy documents, but it has to be the minister to sit in that cabinet with the president to actually make sure that these policies see the light of the day, and then budgets are allocated, and then implementation follows. Yeah, so a minister is important. A minister is important. Over and above the technocrats, or over and above him or her being a political head, they have to actually articulate these issues in cabinet meetings before they are fully, agreed upon. There's consensus, there's joint responsibility and all that, and then implementation follows.
There are those that, and I heard the president allude to that fact, I think it was during the budget speech, that believe this too will do a great job because there are no-nonsense people. Both of them, we've seen Honorable Balam very committed to work.
Yes.
Honorable Justin Namere very committed and focused to work. Now also, they are not people that you will play around with in terms of mismanagement. They look so determined, very patriotic, if I may use that word. When you look Honorable Balam, you see his love for the country. Honorable Justin Namere, a very determined, I don't want to say young lady, but a very determined lady, I must say, who is there, very sure to have things moving and moving in the right direction. That the jury is going to be doing great work there, where there's been so much laxity, people doing things the way they want, corruption and all that. I want to get your opinion on that.
You see, I like the kind of energy that, for instance, Honorable Namere brings. But we must be careful, we must be mindful to shoot to aim, but at the right target. Why? I think even before she had been sworn in, she was talking about PDM. She was talking about government money that's been allocated. I don't want stories, I want results. I don't want, just reports, I want evidence. You understand? That is good. But she was talking about PDM. She was talking about certain things which are not exactly within her docket. Actually, to quote, for instance, Namboze, Honorable Namboze, she was saying, Nendo was a Namere, alabika alowooza bamuwadde bwa IGG. You understand? And yet her docket is local government. So yes, there's a good energy. The president was talking about being quarrelsome. I think being quarrelsome would come handy, let's say, if you know there's inefficiency in your docket, local government. People are just sleeping. People do not report to work for duty. So if you go and take them on and you're being quarrelsome, but that is your job description, then we want that energy. But not meandering, like moving from your docket to go elsewhere. Yeah, so for as long as she's fresh, she has the energy, she has the zeal to deliver, but in the right, I think that can be harnessed
and the
properly.
Good thing, they are going for training, induction on police and everything at Nali.
Yes.
So I the National Leadership Institute Changwanzi. Immediately after the swearing in, the Permanent Secretary Minister of Public Service Ruth Nachobe talked about that, and when they are reporting for that quite some time, induction, training, and all that, but I'm very sure, I want to believe that these are going to do a tremendous work if they can maintain the energies, because we've had people who come with so much, but sometimes when you get to the ground, you're frustrated.
Yes.
You find that you're a lonely wolf, and sometimes you say, unfortunately, then you end up letting as it was, so is and ever shall be.
Yes.
But if not frustrated, I want to believe they will do great. Now, as a lawyer, I also want to take you, we still have ministers that never swore in, apart from Mama, who is, I think, not very...
She's indisposed.
Yes, so we continue to pray for her. We thank God for the gift of life, and we know soon she'll be with Ugandans, because they are craving, they are yearning to have her back, and I think the Lord is listening to those prayers.
I saw people praying for her and all that, wishing her well.
Wishing her well. Now, what could be the fate legally? When you say the Attorney General, the Solicitor General, no, you're waiting for a report, what happens?
Okay, first of all, I'm aware that the President received a report from Parliament about what transpired. I think it's Honorable Adonia Ayebare, the designate Minister for Foreign Affairs, Honorable Dr. Lawrence Muganga, the one designated for State Minister for Internal Affairs, and Calvin, Honorable Calvin Echedu. Now, the issue is the law stipulates that for certain offices, head of state and executive...
I think there's also a forgotten minister. Is it that Honorable Sam Kutesa?
Yes, Shatsimu Sherule.
Yes,
yeah, that one also. I think she had dual citizenship of American and Ugandan. Adonia Ayebare, the same, American Ugandan. And Calvin Echedu, American and Ugandan. And for Muganga, it's Canadian, Ugandan, but there were allegations that he also has the Rwandan citizenship. Now, he says that Lawrence Muganga, he says that he renounced the Rwandan citizenship. But I've had people like Honorable Kavanda saying you don't just renounce, that according to the policy in Rwanda, once you renounce, then cabinet has to see it and then like approve your renunciation. I've not looked at the law, but David Kavanda has been very articulate on that point. But talking to Dr. Lawrence Muganga, because I talked to him recently, he said to the best of his knowledge, he only has the Canadian and the Ugandan citizenship. But before going before the appointments committee, he had commenced the process of renunciation of the Canadian citizenship, just like Shatz Musherure, just like Ambassador Honorable Adonia Ayebare. So his major point of contention was, why did the appointments committee treat him differently? Because I think, as you're aware, he was outright rejected. And he says he was being rejected on hearsay, because Thomas Taiwo, Right Honorable, was quoted by the media saying Muganga holds multiple, not just dual but multiple. He says that position was erroneous and wrong, and he wasn't even given an opportunity to be heard. So he's been in the media. There's been a lot of and a lot of social media commentary, negative and some positive, but I know finally the head of public service is on record saying that the president received the report. Now, the main issue of concern here is these designate ministers have dual citizenship. They may have commenced the processes of renunciation, but it appears that you don't just send an email or communicate and it's done. For instance, I've looked at the American requirements. They have to see whether, for instance, you are tax compliant as a citizen. There are no arrears. You have to pay a certain fee when you're renouncing. So it takes some time for them to say, now you're good to go, we've approved. Yeah, so now the question is, will the president keep these positions hanging open? Because for these processes? Yes, for the process to be concluded, or is he going to appoint other people?
Or will he even intervene as the head of state at diplomacy level? Talks?
To expedite the process?
Expedite this, because we need this point service.
Yeah, so those are political solutions he can do. For instance, the last cabinet, he kept the position of Minister of Justice for some time. Until when Honorable Norbert Mao was appointed. Yeah, we know, for instance, during this time, ever since he swore in, he's not been working with a cabinet, because he hadn't appointed one, and members had not been vetted and so in. So there was talk that he was using some designate permanent secretaries to be running those dockets. Yeah, so we wait to see, because the final say is with the appointing authority, the president. Yes.
Very interesting, and of course Ugandans, we are waiting. What is going to be the final fate? Will we see him put this down, appoint others?
Yes.
Because there's also that possibility. Or will we, but is the fountain of honor and the appointing authority. Now, recently we had the budget.
Yes.
Last week it was the budget week. And many Ugandans so had much to say. Some are looking at the new taxes on cement.
Yes.
I think for me what made my day is tax on alcohol. Because, not that I'm against people who drink, but I've traveled this country and seen the danger of alcohol.
Yes.
We may take this lightly. Actually, if I were the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, if there is anything I would tax highly, would be alcohol, not fuel, not sugar, and not cement, because everyone would want to build. But I know also you must tax things that have high demand. Now, we've lost a good number of this generation on alcohol, and this is a pain for both the poor and the rich, because even rich families, they are suffering.
It cuts across.
It cuts across, though it's more disturbing in broken and poor families when someone is so exhausted and they think their redeemer is in alcohol. But I just want to get your comment on these new taxes.
Okay, I agree with you. First of all, I'm not proud that Uganda is the #1 alcohol consumer in the whole of Africa. I am not proud of that. Actually, if I was in the Minister of Finance, just like you rightly pointed out, I would really tax the alcohol industry. First of all, we've had a lot of the road carnage accidents coming from that. It's if you look at the statistics from traffic police, if you look at the wreckages at the police stations, vehicles that have rolled, been written off, and then obviously the lives lost, it is serious. So why should we have you know, people indulging in alcoholism So I feel the taxman should really look at the alcohol industry with a keen eye. You see, tax on fuel affects all sectors. If you look at budgets for construction, you'll be surprised, you'll be amazed. The logistics and transportation takes a very big budget on any construction project. So there's an element. We are a developing country. There's a construction boom. I mean, we have a deficit of housing units in Kampala, and I think countrywide. So now, for instance, fuel has also been affected by international politics. You know, the war in Iran, the America-Israel, you know, war targeting Iran. So at this point, when the oil is not really flowing, I think the tax person shouldn't have. I mean, we've seen already prices skyrocketing. So personally, I'm not so happy with the extra levy on fuel. I would tax alcoholism, the alcohol industry more than I would target the fuel, because fuel goes towards building the economy in all sectors. Yes.
Now, also Ugandans must know that we are also looking at, as usual, funding this budget. We are also looking at domestic revenue.
Yes.
And this time around, the 84 trillion budget, 0.3, is looking at a big amount of money to be domestically collected from Ugandans. Of course, one would say maybe loans are not that very much available because we have concessional and non-concessional loans. But the good loans for us are those that we have a longer pay period and less interest rate, which are not easy to come by of late. Now, when you look at domestic collection, one would say economy is developing. But ability to collect this, yes, URA will come and say in the first quarter we've had this, but still people are complaining that those that are being taxed so much, we need to grow our tax base.
Yes.
John, do you see this in this financial year, growing the tax base with so many complaints of hard times? Do you see this as a reality to enable us that people are not running out of business because of taxes, but you've extended your tentacles to very many other sectors?
Okay. That's a serious issue, because actually over and above this fiscal year, the president has an ambitious plan by 2040 for the economy, Ugandan economy, which is approximately $66 billion, by 2040 to be $500 billion. So one of the things, I think you've seen people being moved from roadside kiosks, vendors being cleaned out.
Restoration of trade order.
Yes. Unfortunately, some commentators about our economy are calling this border economy. For me, not just because borders are everywhere in Kampala, but I think for me, border signifies the informal economy. That means non-taxed. So I think you are for instance, when the government moves some of these vendors from the streets, from these makeshift kiosks and all that, it shouldn't just be about creating a better environment. It should also be, URA needs to look at making the informal sector formal. Because when you formalize the economic sectors that were once informal, Then you widen the tax base by making these people file and monitoring their earnings and being able to tax them. So a huge chunk of the economy is still in informal hands. When you look at the agricultural sector, I don't have the exact figures, but you see that many people are engaged in agriculture. But what is the commercial agriculture?
Many not in the money economy, the
Yes.
38%.
So we need to attract people, the 38%. Actually, you just reminded me of the actual figure. That 38%, I don't know whether that's the actual figure or slightly higher. We need to see those people in the money economy, moving away from subsistence, attracting them to the money economy, and therefore taxing them and widening the tax revenue. So that's a challenge. The other challenge also is corruption. So once you collect this money, what happens to the money? Once this money has been allocated to government departments and ministries, what happens? Because the other thing actually over and above corruption is inefficiency. We are a developing country, but sometimes, often, you would see that the Public Accounts Committee is quizzing accounting officers. This money, this vote in the previous financial year was allocated for this purpose and has been returned. You understand? So to me that is a serious issue, because sometimes government borrows this money and government is liable to pay tax, and you're sitting on it. You're not using, a government is paying interest on that money. So all the things need to be looked at, especially in this chisanja of no sleep. People should not sleep on the job. Yes, because it costs Ugandans.
Well, I'm with Councillor John Kabagambe. We are looking at quite a number of issues. Yes, we did start with the cabinet, but also we are looking at the budget. We are looking at issues that have made current affairs, really. When I'm with him, that is what we usually do. And so we change here and there, but because these are pressing issues to many Ugandans. Yes, the budget is here. It's a pro-people budget because it concentrates more on human capital development, job creation, wealth creation indeed. But then when we look at what we are going to collect from you Ugandans and maybe borrow within Ugandans here, because the banks that government borrows from are the banks I'm going to borrow from domestically. So what does this mean to you, to me? Let's return after this break.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product.
It's our mission to secure your money. Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at AHA Towers, Plot 7 Lodel Road, Kampala. Call 0312-206-400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
Are you looking for a home away from home? Then this is the place for you. My name is Chini Kaji and welcome to Hotel Le Confidential.
With 84 comfortable rooms where you can relax and feel safe. Each room has a lovely view of green vegetation, Wi-Fi, air conditioning, and a tasty breakfast.
Children can have fun at our kids' water park and our kids' play area. You can also enjoy our world-class health club, spa, sauna, gym, boutique, and sky blue swimming pool.
Thank you for choosing Hotel Le Confidential, where every stay is unforgettable. Come and stay in comfort, right at home, today, tomorrow, and always.
Fellow Ugandans, on Thursday 11th June 2026, the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development will read the budget speech for financial year.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back from that break. Now, before we broke off, I had told you and we were discussing some of the taxes that you're going to be paying, or government is going to be charging certain commodities, and of course the fuel that is 200 per litre expected. Now this will reflect to higher transport and food prices, where now cooking oil is from 200 to 400 per litre of cooking oil. One would say, okay, still cooking oil is optional. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
You can use ghee. You don't want to sound like Maria Antoinette. You can use
you can boil.
You can boil. Then sugar from 100 to 200 per kg. Now, for sugar, it is a need maybe.
Yeah.
More than a luxury. For example, the young ones, you know,
definitely.
We can't go back to those days of getting sugar canes and then now we have cement 500 from 500 to 750 per 50 kg bag. That's also some good money is there.
Yeah, there's a serious issue with that because already, like I said, the fuel prices were being affected globally by the war. This closure of the Strait of Hormuz.
Then we double.
And now we already a liter had jumped from 5,000 to 6,000 plus. And now I feel the policymakers should have been more sensitive to that, because when it's already 6,000 before the budget, and then you add on, the price is going to revert to...
Now every liter of fuel that you're going to be consuming, government will tax it 400 shillings.
So it becomes more expensive. And like I pointed out earlier, transportation affects overall pricing. So there's already inflation in the price of commodities.
Now there's another interesting part, motorcycle registration, that is from 200,000 to 500,000.
Okay, I wouldn't have a problem with that, because we're talking about tapping into the informal sectors. And some people who are actually advocating for motorcycles, the border economy, being a little bit restricted, because they're everywhere. If we could have the Minister of Transport looking into the bus transport system, rolling it out, not exactly phasing out all borders, but do you know, sometimes at peak hours it's a total nightmare even driving in some areas. You understand? So I wouldn't have a problem with that, because motorists are paying a lot of tax, and cyclists not so much. Maybe at the point of registering, the tax man should collect something.
Another interesting one, that is on betting, from 20% to 30%. Also a generation we are losing it there, where many think you can just get money by chance.
Why not make it 50%? I mean,
you leave fuel and increase this one.
Look at the so-called investors who invest in this. I heard that in Rwanda the policy is different. The president looks at it in a different... He looks at it in a way that gambling is like robbing. You get what I mean? So why tax where it matters? Tax construction, tax fuel, and then things like alcoholism, things like betting should be taxed more heavily. Yes.
Now when you look at this 84.39 trillion budget, and we are looking at URA ensuring that at least they have 39.9 trillion, meaning the taxpayers are the backbone of this budget. Do we see this realized? When you look through the budget, we have domestic revenue, URA taxes and non-tax. There we have about 45.9, but domestic borrowing, this is government going to borrow. And you see most businesses run on loans.
Yes.
Banks are taking us. You have 97 trillion. Then also domestic debt refinancing. That is 13.97. But I'm so interested when it comes to borrowing, because this means commercial banks may raise their interest. Already right now, I don't know, John, if you also deal so much with the loans, but interest rates are seemingly high.
Yeah, interest rates are high, and that's a point of concern for a growing economy like this one. You need to have access. You need to have access to cheap financing. I mean, not everybody is going to go to UDB. They have their own parameter. It has to be development oriented, their own criteria for that. So a lot of people are suffering from high interest rates, and that stifles development and growth. I don't know, what's the tax on, because commercial banks respond to certain policies of Bank of Uganda. Okay, Bank of Uganda regulates the commercial banks. So the point that you raise about the
government competing with the business community for loans, and remember, any commercial institution would love to borrow government more than you, an individual,
to lend.
Yes, to lend government. It's their priority. So if government is so thirsty for these loans, which they know it will pay, they would rather do business with it than me.
But the question is, at what rate are they lending to government? You know, that's one of the things that I know is that there are treasury financial instruments like treasury bills and bonds, which are at the disposal of a Bank of Uganda. Some government borrows money. When you go and you've got some money to invest in financial instruments, then government gets that money, borrows directly from Bank of Uganda. Then NSSA has some serious funds that government can tap into before actually going to going into commercial banks.
Well, when you look at this budget, sorry, time is taking us so much, but when you look at the budget, it's very interesting. I know many Ugandans have gone through it, but there are areas of great concern that speak great to you as a Ugandan, if you can position yourself in the line of opportunity. I was looking at monies allocated, where the money is going to go. You look at human capital development, that is getting better schools, better hospitals, better medicines. We have about 13.56 trillion. Security and governance, this is a budget I don't want to question, but also they have talked of, it's taking almost a big chunk there, 10.21 trillion. Transport, that is road, railway and air, 8.7. Agro-industrialization, now this is where my concern is. Because when I was listening to the president, his speech after the budget reading, it was so much on agriculture.
Yes.
And he said, yes, I know you're wondering why I'm not talking about other sectors so much as I'm focusing on agriculture. But he looked at it as if well done, every Ugandan can be in the money economy. Now here we see agro-industrialization, 2.26 trillion. And that is 4.4% of the budget for better farming and value addition. There. Have we positioned our farmers to benefit from these monies? And the methods we are using to support them,
are they effective?
Are they effective, John?
That's a very crucial point that you're raising, because I'm glad about the budgetary allocation to agriculture, agricultural processing. Because in the past, some critics were saying that agriculture is underfunded. But now we see 2.6. Is it 2.6? 2.6
6 trillion.
Yes.
That is 4.4% of the budget.
Yes. Going to agriculture, now it's about effectiveness. How have you prepared the infrastructure to make sure that this money can trickle down to the farmers effectively? Yeah, because, and then the period of implementation. Because sometimes money lies idle. So how good, I would be happy if you can invite people from the Ministry of Agriculture to tell you about their preparedness, the readiness to roll out what kind of work plans and programs do they have to actually see this money trickle down to the farmers for effective utilization. Previously, I think we've seen a coffee boom. When you look into the earnings for like the previous 2 years, Uganda has been doing well on the global market.
Yes.
In terms of coffee. So we need now to see that we double the effort in that sector and also in other cash crops to see that we can earn more from agriculture. Yes.
Now time is fast spent, but let's also look at other areas. You know, these projects that government has put up, for example, Emyoga, an addition of 100 billion, over 7,148 circles with 2.48 million members. That is money going to the circles, the GROW project, the UWPF. There you have also 153 billion, youth livelihood program, so much money there. Creative arts revolving fund, you also fall into that category because you are a man with many courses. He's also into the performing arts. You have 3.3 billion for musicians, filmmakers, other creatives. Then private teachers circle, 20 billion. UDB, of course, there recapitalization, so much money is put there. Agro credit facility, you have 371.7 billion invested. Now these are monies meant to transform people's livelihoods. For you, the creative arts, you cut 3.3 billion.
I'll tell you about the creatives. That money is not enough. It's not sufficient. There are so many youth, so many people actually who are involved in the creative sector. For instance, I'll tell you, Kenya, in this fiscal year, has invested 1 billion Kenya shillings. He has created a ministry for creatives. Of course, the president is in campaign mode, everybody knows, but I attended the Kalasha Film Festival towards the end of April, and he was there acting on stage, being given lines to deliver, and he pledged 1 billion Kenya shillings. And as you know, the Kenyan currency is a lot stronger. So if you you know, calculate that by 20 times 28, or sometimes averaging around 30, it's a lot of money. Yeah, so that's
but the question is not even the monies. The question is, do these monies cause a transformation that government intends?
Okay, that is a very valid question. I would like to see that the money that is being sent, whether it's 5 trillion that goes to local government, whether it's these 3-point-something billion to creatives, actually generates more money back. We should not be pouring money down the, you know, a channel, because this is taxpayers' money. So whether it's Emyoga, whether it's PDM, I would be so happy that it's transforming people's lives, but it's being plowed back, it's being regenerated. That is one of the most important issues. It shouldn't just be a grant that it just goes, because resources are finite, they are not infinite, you know. And the other, maybe finally, the last issue we should be talking about is oil production. Because we are talking about this 3 billion or 5 trillion, but oil production this year, 2026, oil is supposed to flow. So if it flows, it's going to like jumpstart the economy. Right now, agriculture is the engine, but like 10 times. Once oil starts flowing, the economy is going to grow like 10 times. So that is one of the things I'm really looking forward to.
Well, I must let you go. It's been a pleasure having you, and above all, our viewer. Thank you so very much. The budget is here. Go and read through, see where you can position yourself to benefit, not just hearing these figures. You are a youth, you're there, so much money has been injected there. How do you benefit? Parish development model, money is there. How do you make sure you tap into these monies? and transform your life. The GROW project, well, the Uganda Development Bank, recapitalize with the money there. Why do you go for loans you may not pay, yet there are loans that have very little interest rates, that when you position yourself in the line of opportunity, you will have that springboard that will benefit you and the country at large. Have the best of your day. God bless you.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Pick of the day on UBC. Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000, or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily, or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning. Eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protect your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312 206 400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
We are the DPF. We protect your money. Protection Fund of Uganda.
Are you looking for a home